No, not really. No, I think we're a little bit behind in the fashionability of what we offer to Australian customers, and I think that there's a lot more to see around the world than what we have here. But I think over the last few years we're starting to catch up, but we're not quite there. The style of street shopping, the amount of boutiques that are in such a small location, and the culture that surrounds that as well. The cafe culture we've got, the street food and the street restaurants that we've got as a culture as well, that add into the dynamic of retail as well at the same time. I suppose yes and no, but we do have quite a few world-renowned retailers in the centre of Melbourne as well. So we've got the likes of H&M, but whether that has a cultural significance, I don't think so. I think that that's something around the world that is the same. But no, I don't think there is much of a cultural recognition in the retail that we've got here. I think it'll be similar as it is today. I think as it is as a nation, we've got low prices and high wages compared to other places in the world. We've got a lot of disposable income in what we earn in Australia and what our wages are. So I don't think that we would spend any less if prices were a little more. No, not world class, but close to it. The likes of Emporium Shopping Centre, I think, are world class, but that's a small pocket of what we've got to offer here in Melbourne. In its style and the shops that it offers in there, I think that's world class, but that's only one centre of a small few. I would compare Melbourne shopping being more sedate in the fashion and more mainstream in the fashion, rather than over the top and quite out there for the fashion choices and styles that you would actually see in Paris. Yes, I do. I think that there's absolutely an offer here, especially in the city area with Big W and Target. But it offers all the way up to the likes of the Collins Street strip of shops, where you've got all of the high premium brands, starting with the likes of Prada. Not in all aspects, I don't. I don't believe that there is enough fashion style plus size clothing. That's not what is a high sale item in our store, and that's because of our Asian demographic that we've got here. Lots smaller size clothing that we sell. Absolutely. Yep, everywhere you go. It is a little bit segregated in some ways, where certain pockets of the city are to certain races, but absolutely very multicultural. I think again it's probably niche aimed at the younger, more fashion conscious female rather than any other, and probably the young male fashion conscious as well. Only the ones that are actually in countries overseas. Yeah. I don't think there's any advertising from Australian-only companies or.
So it's more internal based.
Yeah, it's only based to their local markets. So when they've got an offer in that country, there would be offers. No, I think they come to see a wonderful country.
Yeah.
And this is just a bonus that's added onto it as well.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And not from Sydney or from Sydney?
Sydney, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that Sydney's got a growing fashion trend though around the Pitt Street Mall, but any improvements that have been made in Sydney retail, but I think that we're still a destination, and we do get a lot of country people that come to Melbourne just for the shopping experience. I think sheer volume in close locality, and again that vibrant feeling that we get from the way that our layout is with the cafe culture and the street culture, the music culture that goes with it as well. It's not just for the fashion; it's to experience the whole lot, through to the jazz bars and cocktail bars that we have as well, to add as a nighttime experience while they're here for retail. It can be a very cold city in winter, and our adjoining shopping centres are not all the way in thermal joinings like some of the rest of the world is, especially the hotter countries. where you've got air-conditioned passages that join all shopping centres, and then in the colder countries that you've got joining walkways that are all heated. So I think our transport as well is not the best, and it's not well around, it's not reliable, and that's probably known around the world that we're not a fast city to get across. I don't think that we've quite got that. I think there's room for more. Very mainstream. Yeah. And very, very aimed in Melbourne central areas for the younger demographic. No, not at all. Very, very young aimed. Yeah. Those style of shops for our older shoppers are in our suburban centres.